Admiral Williams here.
Just
What can I do
in
for you?
last week's episode recap.
Admiral, we've uncovered evidence which indicates that a mythical group of
Bum, bum,
Garidians
bum.
known as the Followers may actually exist.
Interesting.
Wow, fantastic.
What did
You know,
find?
without context, that is
We
just the
identified
dullest
several
sentence
creatures on the
ever.
ransom of Garidian species previously
Exactly.
thought
So
to be
hopefully you've
extinct.
watched the previous
They
two
came
episodes.
from the Tono Isho Epsilon system, which may be the location of the Followers' colony.
So this
I'd
is
like to
previously
investigate that
on Star
system
Trek: The
further.
Next Generation.
The Followers' descendants could still be alive.
Permission granted, Captain. Good luck with your search.
Thank you,
We're
Admiral.
off.
Boom.
Yes.
Captain
Hi,
Wells
I'm the
of
Space
the
Quest historian,
Enterprise
and
has
welcome back
arrived
to
at
Star
Tono
Trek
Isho
TNG
Epsilon
Final
system,
Unity
where, according to
with
Adam's
my good
data,
chum Joe
we
Mastriani of the
expect
Upper
to
Memory
find a
Block
world where
podcast.
the
How are you
Followers
doing,
settle.
sir?
However,
I am just
sensors
fine.
show no class
You're
M
just as
planets
fine
in the
as you
system
were
at all.
10 seconds ago when we ended the last episode.
Don't you mean last week?
Oh, yes, sorry, yes.
Data,
Okay,
is it
so-
possible that
Showing how
something
the sausage is made.
Yeah.
To enhance
I
the scan
like doing
matrix.
that. I like
That may increase
I
our
like,
sensor
you know,
resolution.
tearing down the
Make it so.
fabrication walls, whatever. What the hell am I saying? Screw it. We're gonna find some refugees
I
here.
don't
Now
think
they've
Aramet
apparently
was
got
lying
this
to us
cloaking
about this
device
location,
around their
Captain.
planet.
I do sense
So
life out there,
now
but
we
it's
have the
hard to
bridge
be
crew
more
come up with a
specific at this
solution,
distance.
pretty
If
much
the
without
Followers
our
are out there,
involvement.
how do you propose we locate
As
them?
as has become
These
the
are
norm in
people
this
who
game, you
fled
just
from
get to stare
persecution
at the
on
crew
Garidian.
talking to each other for 10
They
minutes,
might be
maybe
hiding
5 minutes. Let's not be
deliberately.
nuts, but
It
Yeah,
may be better
and I
to
like
let
that
them
sometimes they
locate
have,
us by
sometimes
sending
they
out a
sort of
general
want to,
message
you know,
of
get your
friendship.
panic level
Perhaps
up.
one
So
of
they
our
have this
passengers could
timer,
think of
so you
something
can
that
just
would
sit there on
encourage
the
the
bridge,
followers
you
to
know,
respond.
talking to various crew members, and then at some point,
We've
you know,
arrived
Data
at
will
Aramet's
chime in and say, "Oh,
coordinates.
by the way,
If the
I think I have a
Followers are here,
solution."
they're
Like
hiding.
it comes like at
Do you
a slight
suppose they'd
delay.
respond to a message of
Right.
friendship?
and you're kind of like, crap, what do? Oh, okay.
And that's exactly what happened to me later on in the game, you know, when I missed the coordinates that I had to go to for the final showdown-y
Make it
thing.
so.
I just sat there staring like a lemon at the view screen and asked different crew members what they thought. And by the way, this is going to be a running joke in these episodes. Every time you talk to a crew member and the game doesn't really know what you're supposed to do, it just says, "Contact Starfleet."
And then you contact Starfleet, and they're like, you're supposed to do what you're doing.
There is
It's
no
like, what?
response, sir.
Oh, and
Well,
he just
It was worth a try.
sent out a message of friendship quoting this lawgiver thing, and now the game is just, you know, flat out refusing to do anything.
Your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from
Yeah,
Starfleet.
see, that's when you know that's the
we
I
are
don't
being
think I can
hailed.
use that.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
is this that knows the lawgiver's
Oh, there we go.
lament?
There we go, cartoony
I'm Captain
dude.
Jean-Luc Picard of the
Yep.
Federation Starship Enterprise. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
A
I
man
shall
with a
need
tinfoil
more
hat.
information before I can trust
Yeah,
you.
clearly.
Tell me
Or maybe
more
like a
about
clay
yourself.
pot he turned upside
We
down.
represent the United
Yeah, one of
Federation
the- one or the
planets.
other.
We're on a mission.
Oh,
of
that's a
peace.
fashionable
Is
robe
that
he's
why
got.
your ship
Yes,
is
I was about to
bristling with
compliment his
weapons?
robe as well.
Oh, ooh.
We use our weapons.
It's very
purely for
bright green.
defense.
We're very
I see.
fashion conscious, the two of
Would
us.
the Federation be
Indeed.
willing to defend us?
Yeah, that's a
Starfleet
comment that's gonna
protects
come back
all
and bite him in the
Federation
ass.
space, which includes
Ooh.
this system. If you
You'd
wish
be
your
willing to
world
defend
could
us
be
because
the
it turns out our jig is up. This is gonna be
I
the new
don't think
tourist
the
place, really.
Romulans or
If we just,
Garidians would like that.
we're really bad at
They
hiding,
both have
actually.
made claims on this world.
That
So
is
the Romulans
unfortunate,
and the
but
Garidians have both
immaterial.
made claims on a
Your
world in
planet is
Federation space.
Federation space. If you
Maybe
ask
like
for
a
our
long time
assistance,
ago.
We will give it.
Or maybe
Yeah.
maybe they
Noble
just snuck
attitude.
past. Like there's just guys. Oh, we're just gonna use the bathroom, and they just, you know, climbed down.
Hold
the
up,
hatch.
hey,
Garidian
this place looks nice.
refugees aboard. They
I
are
lay
seeking
claim to
bring
this
the
planet.
wisdom of the lawgiver's fifth scroll back to Garid.
I like how
Garid
every
had
voice
its
actor also
chance,
goes
and it
fifth
cast the lawgiver
scroll.
and
Like they
our
really have to.
ancestors aside.
We have to get this out
It is
because
too
otherwise
late
it sounds
to
like
mend their
fifth scroll.
relations with us now.
These
like,
are
I really like the
reformers
fifth scroll.
hoping to use the lawgiver's words to improve Garidian society.
Now we have to
That's a clause
So now
the
it-
lawgiver
yeah.
would have approved. You've given me much to think about, Captain.
All right, so yeah,
Allow
they're
me a
convincing
few
him that
moments to
their
consider
intentions
it.
are noble and
I
all is
understand.
well, and that
We will
you know
remain
they
in
should
orbit
give him
and
they
await
should
your
give him the.
response.
So did he say that they have the fifth scroll?
No, he just confirmed that
Mr. Data,
they
any
were in
suggestion?
fact
I
the
suggest
lawgiver's
we contact
followers.
Starfleet.
He's long dead, centuries, no, at least decades ago.
Sir,
But
we are being
Right.
so
hailed.
the legend is that he,
On the
the
screen.
lawgiver, wrote 5 scrolls, and the
decided to
5th
trust
one
you.
outlined how to actually
I
bring
am
peace and
Rock,
harmony
Chancellor
by
of the
defining some
planet,
subclass
Phrygia.
of their rights
How
and
did you know
privileges
we
in the
were
society. And
Ferengi
the
trader
ruling
claims
government
he
just
picked
said,
up
"Oh, the
some
first 4
Garidian
scrolls sounds kind of
animals
nice
here."
because they elevate the aura
We
class,
started
and
dealing with
the rest of
him
them
to
could just
purchase
fuck off." So
some
the
outside
lawgiver just gave them the middle
technology,
finger and
we
fucked
gave
off
him
to this
some
planet
animals in return.
and brought the 5th scroll with
Fortunately,
him. So
we never
most-
told
him and his
much about
friends and-
ourselves.
him and his closest friends, yeah.
How do you
And
manage
they
to
sort of,
conceal your
the
entire
5th scroll
planet?
kind of became this like legendy,
technology is
mythy type
similar
of thing.
to
So
the
no one
Romulan
back at
cloaking
Garrett
device.
really thinks it
fools
exists.
sensors
So,
into misreading
Right.
what they
so
see.
it's kind of.
We
it
had to
really
protect
should
ourselves
be
in
kind of
case
amazing
Garrett's
that we're now
forces
actually
came
talking
after
to this
us.
dude who says, "Oh yeah,
Hey,
I
sent
totally know
some
about
of my
that."
crew down to learn more about you.
But as we will find out, of
Since
course
our
they've managed to
deception
fuck
was
things up down
discovered,
here
I
as well in
suppose
just
there is no
the
harm in
span
letting
of a few
small
hundred
number
years.
of off-worlders visit.
Of course.
But
as
there must be
as
no
it should be and
Garidians
as
in
it
the
always
party.
is.
As it always
They have
is
not yet
in
earned
Star
our
Trek.
trust.
There are a couple of
Chancellor,
interesting
I
little
shall send
things
my
that always
first officer, Commander
gets brought up
Riker,
with
as my
Star Trek.
personal
One is
representative.
why does
Captain.
an entire planet
It is
only
always
have one
gratifying to
race
deal
of
with a man of reason.
biped
I will
humanoid
transmit
characters?
the landing
Right.
coordinates to your computer.
And 2, why are they all wearing the same clothes?
Number
And
one, this is an
3, how can they
extremely
manage to
important
fuck
first
up their
contact
entire,
situation. I want you to lead
government
the
or
away team.
anything?
See if you can locate the 5th scroll for our Garidian
and have it
passengers.
all fixed by these, 4 spandex wearing people just showing up at the doorstep going, "Oh, you should totally think like this instead."
Yeah. No, that's definitely a trope of Star Trek.
But
It's
wonderful.
even again if you go back and when you watch the original series, you see that even more. Like you show up and basically Kirk goes, "You guys are all idiots. You're doing things wrong. This is the way you do it." And then they leave, and the entire planet's like in turmoil because they've totally turned their society upside down. Because you should believe in democracy and federation and blah blah blah.
Likewise,
Even though this
Captain.
other thing has been working for you for
Although
thousands of
I am
years.
surprised to see you
And also
here.
kind of like,
You
wow, we
told
never
me to
thought of
expect
that.
Commander Riker.
Oh, and this,
Yeah, exactly.
Was
and this
that
is
an
me
attempt
kind
to
of fucking with the
deceive me?
game because I told him
Certainly not. Commander
specifically,
Riker is in
my
charge
first
of this
officer
mission.
will come and meet you.
Then I look
and then
forward to
I
meeting
chose
him,
the captain to
Captain.
beam down instead. So it's just, and now he's just basically cold shouldering me.
He's like, "Well, you're not the one you said I was going to talk to."
We have
Yeah,
not had
and he
outgoing
kind
visitors
of
since
goes,
the
"Were you
lawgiver
trying to
brought us
deceive
here.
me?
I have
Kind of a
thousands
shit
questions
rat
to
bastard
ask,
are you?"
But I will do it at another time.
And now
How can I help you,
Picard's just got his
Commander
back
Riker?
turned like, "I'm not cool enough for this party."
We're looking for information
Now,
about
is it just me? Like, I'm looking at Troy kind of standing there right now. Looks like she's
Why
sort
are
of like,
aliens
she's having
interested
back
in our
problems.
scrolls?
Yeah.
Like, her neck is sort of hunched over funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like he used to go to see the ship's chiropractor or
I am
something.
afraid
Oh, ooh,
not.
she almost
Yeah.
I
wrecked
am
there.
only
Yeah.
in charge of the
Yeah,
civil
exactly.
government. That is a religious
It's
matter,
funny because
so you must ask
sometimes
the
I feel
leaders
like
of the
the
sects for help.
character animations are really good, and sometimes like I think their idle animations are sort of crappy. But like for example, when Riker and Picard just like when Riker's going to turn around again once he's done talking, that looks
Sadly,
really
yes.
good.
Yeah, there's like
Even
1,000
before the
frames to that
lawgiver's
one
death, his
turnaround
disciples
animation.
began to disagree over the way
And then
the
other-
Yeah,
ideas
and like
should be
Jordy's
interpreted.
like, or
They each
Why is-
went
why
in
is-
favor
Right
of
arm
the
looks
fifth
like it's
scroll
funny
that
and-
emphasized
Yeah, and why is he
no
covering his
particular
package?
biases
What
over
is
all
is
things.
he afraid someone's
That
gonna
must have
lob
been
an alien
confusing.
device near his
It
testes?
was worse than that.
What is he
The
doing?
I mean,
lawgiver
Okay.
discussed
Jordy's
it
always
with
had
them
some issues
and
with the
hid his
ladies.
original
You
manuscript,
never know.
vowing that no one
Yeah,
would
maybe
find
that's
it
why
until
he
the sex
constantly
learned
has
to
his-
cooperate.
From the way you're talking, I
Yeah,
guess
he's
they
always
never
had
have.
problems getting a
An
girlfriend,
accurate
so he's probably
appraisal.
self-conscious.
The lawgiver said he left the keys to the scroll's location. with
And
each of the
here we
sects.
get the long-ass
But so
explanation
far,
of how
after
they've managed
centuries
to
of
fuck things
feuding,
up down here.
all the sects have done is
different
formalize
sects.
their competition into
is-
the declaratory.
I mean, this is like you're
Declaratory.
boiling down human history
Yes.
in
A
like a couple
series
of
of
hundred years.
philosophical contests
Like,
the sects
I think
hold
this
every
hat should be
decade.
red, this hat should
The
be
winner has the
purple.
right to
Oh, let's
collect some
fight to the
prize
death.
from the loser.
Yeah, like this is really one of those
What are these
games that like this is
pyramids?
not like
The
oh I
pyramids
have
are
15
relics of
minutes,
an
let me
ancient
pop in
race
and
called
play
the
some Final
Chodak.
Unity. Like you
They were
need
here
like
long before we arrived from Garid.
at least an hour,
Each sect
Yeah.
adapted
you
a
know,
pyramid
at
to serve
minimum
as
to
a
sort of actually
transporter
have a
to their
proper
temple.
play session in this game.
We've heard of the Chodak.
Yep. Because if
just-
nothing else, just to listen to all the dialogue,
Oh yes, the
which
Chodak
takes a
Empire
fair
was
amount of time
vast
as well, and
indeed.
then you got
Like
the actual
lawgiver
game to
before
play
me,
also.
I have made extensive studies.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
their
And
culture.
like you said, you've been
I am
cutting out a
actually
lot of
considered
the
something of an
walking and the
expert in
clicking and
translation
the,
of Chodak
you know, we're
rules.
really boiling it down here to
Wow.
the
The actual-
the minimum viable
I
game
must
here.
return to my
Yeah,
other
and I hope
duties
people
now,
won't
but I
will forgive us
monitor
for
your
just
progress
constantly
as
talking
my
over the
schedule
dialogue.
permits.
That's
May
what
the
I hope
spirit
would
of the
happen anyway,
lawgiver
because I
guide your
enable
steps.
subtitles so people can enjoy that. And then he just says thank you, and then he disappears in a not even a puff of smoke. What the hell happened?
It's a puff of light. I don't know.
He just held out his arms and went, now I must join my people.
The lawgiver's spirit grants
This
There we
guy.
go. Now we're at like the fancy place.
Oh my god.
I am Arch Rashan
See,
Nadja,
some of the voice acting is good, and some
chief
people you just want
assistant
to
to his
kick in the
exalted
face, and this
prominence
is one of
in
those.
Land of the Seeker.
You don't like it when he
Chancellor
talks
Larak
like
told me
this
to
and
expect
very
you.
slowly already
How
for
may I
a
be
long
of
game.
service?
Exactly. And he does this merry little jig. And it's just,
That was great.
it just takes forever.
I'm Commander Riker of the Federation
Yeah.
Starship
And,
Enterprise.
for some reason, when the officers have to get into a conversation, they
Why
walk
is
up
your
to the
group
character,
called the
turn their
Seeker?
back, and then do this,
Our
like
founder,
turn around thing.
Baranon,
And they do
Yeah,
that
and
every
then
time.
just their head
path to
moves like.
enlightenment
Yeah.
lies in
Maybe so they
searching
wouldn't
for the
have to
truth.
animate the little mouths. I don't
We are
know, but it's really
humbled
weird.
in
Like
our
if
ignorance.
next time you want to get into a conversation with someone, just walk up to them,
Will free
turn your
our
back on them,
souls.
and then do this fancy flip around like 90 degrees and go,
It
"Oh
has
hi,
many
Joe."
names. It is usually
Yeah, it's like the
called
positioning is
Hall
wrong.
of
Like maybe if he was
Triumph.
standing a little bit
But
like further
recently,
down the
some
screen.
have
Yeah,
called
there's that as
It would
well.
make
the
sense.
of no
It's like he looks like
return.
he's looking off into the distance.
When
Yeah.
did it
Not
start
actually
being
talking to the
called Path of
person.
No return?
It's like talking to
More
someone
than a
standing
month ago,
maybe
our
10
leader,
feet behind
Aelant,
the person who's
vanished
actually
through the
speaking.
door of enlightenment.
Like in that way, I actually
has
sort of
not
liked what
returned.
Gabriel Knight did.
What
They
is
were the
this
first
door
one.
of enlightenment?
You know, where you just cut into like
At the end of
conversation
this
mode.
path
Yeah,
is a
you just
door
have the
no
close-up
one
of the
has
two characters
ever
on screen and
opened.
then all the dialogue options
No
in the middle.
one before
Yeah.
Aelant,
What can you tell me
that
about
is.
voodoo?
Why hasn't anyone opened this door
Good
before?
impression.
There is a
Not really.
gatekeeper who jealously
A bit more
guards the
drawl to
doorway.
it, and a bit more.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
bit more Tim
Asks
Curry.
a series of questions when anyone
It's a
tries
bad
to
impression of a
pass
bad
it.
impression of a New Orleans
And
accent.
if the person does not answer
And speaking
all the
of
questions
bad impressions,
appropriately,
the gatekeeper is
will
coming up.
not let him
And this
pass.
this is so weird. I mean, these guys settled on this world. It was
Isn't it
originally,
possible
we've just
that the
learned, a
original
Chodak
fifth scroll
outpost,
might be
and the
hidden
Chodak
on the other side
have
of
this
the door
common
of
thread. They're
enlightenment?
going to show up in a
I
major way later on in the
suppose
game.
so.
But they died out a
Why
long time
should
ago.
we
So these
risk
guys
our
basically just,
safety
settled on this
when
world,
we have
with
the
the
true copy
places
of the
all
scroll
built.
anyway?
Like, all the house, or the
for your
domiciles or
time.
whatever. So,
Yeah, they just showed up like, hey, there's a planet here we can use. All right.
yeah. And not even just a planet, like, oh, wait, it's furnished already. We can just move
Yeah,
in.
exactly. It's
So apparently this weirdo dragony monster was there when they got there.
Closer. I am the gatekeeper.
And he
of
speaks
the
English,
door of
and he asks you a
enlightenment.
series of questions, and if you
must
get them right,
answer
you can
my
walk through the
questions
door.
appropriately
That
to
seems
determine whether
complicated.
you are wise
Seems
enough
Right.
to proceed.
arbitrary, and he also
Those
asks
who
you
answer
questions about the
inappropriately
current
will be
residents
punished
of
if
the
they
planet,
attempt
and the
to
different
pass.
sects and all of this. How does he know?
Ask me your
Do people
questions.
just, like,
he's like a
Why are you
mystical
here?
thing. He knows everything. I don't know.
that is some weird shit.
I'm not sure of that.
And-
It's like a Star Trek. It's a Star Trek
Questioning
thing.
yourself is an important step on
And
the road
the
to
way to get
knowledge.
through this is to just
Which of the sects
pick the
know
option
that
that
you
makes
do not
Riker look
know?
the most
Who
dumbassery.
are you?
Like, I don't
No.
know. I don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. Who are the sects?
Everyone
I have no
plays
idea.
so many roles in
Fine.
life.
You seem sage and
It is
wise. Walk through the
impossible to
door.
relate.
Right. So
You
basically,
understand
the answers to the questions are the least answery answers that you can choose.
Exactly. And I still managed
Like,
to
what's
fuck
your
it up.
name? Well, what's in a name?
Yeah, exactly.
You are ready
Exactly.
to
What is your
do
name?
this.
Oh, a name means so
You may
many
pass
things.
through the door.
And I still managed to screw it up though, so there's a little fate in and out there. But we got through it. And
There we go.
He might ask you, and then he just time for lunch.
Back to sleep. Yeah. It's funny because at first you think it's like a big head, right? But then he moves and he's like a dude with arms and like little wingy things. Like you think those are his ears.
Somebody's trapped in
Yeah, he's like this gargoyle thing. Oh, speaking of
Yeah.
the contrast between
This is a
art
stasis
styles,
field
we've
for
so
the
far been
living
walking through this very sort of. It almost looks 3D rendered, although I know it wasn't. And this kind of looks like the
Riker
bubblegum
Campbell
room.
must be a very obscure
like-
Yeah.
Pink
This,
and
this
blue.
actually reminds me of like Space Quest 5,
Yeah, it does.
sort of.
Yeah, it does. It's got those kind of comic booky colors to it.
At least not in Federation territory.
Yeah, so it's just very interesting. And this is like literally like I'd understand in a
May the
way
spirit
if
of
it
the
was like
lawgiver
planet to
strengthen you.
planet
Have
looked
you had much
different.
success in
Yeah.
your search?
I mean, look at this.
Yeah,
This
like
looks like
He was trapped inside some sort of.
it's not
stasis
as.
field. Have you ever?
It
It
comic
looks like a
booky
kid.
one.
It looks like a kid drew it.
The lawgiver, you found him.
Yeah.
I was worried
And then
about
later
my
on,
old
you get
friend.
to when you get to the Unity
No,
device.
I
Spoiler,
have not
spoiler.
heard of such a field, but it
they
is
just
probably Chodak
it
in
starts looking
origin.
like line drawings, like they
We
forgot to
still
color
find
in
many
bits.
Chodak devices here, and they are often
So yeah, it's
operational
just like, wow.
even after
I don't know.
all these
It's
years.
very. It's almost funny
Can you
because
help
like
us
the
free
first when I played it back
Without
in the day, I
knowing
think I
how
was just
to
so
operate
happy to
the
be playing a
device,
Star Trek
I
game.
Yeah,
have
me
no
too.
way to
So
assist
that I
you.
never
There
noticed,
was a
and
control
now
panel
recently,
with a
with the recent
sign.
playthroughs, I'm like,
We
wow,
couldn't
this.
translate
And I'm
the
not
right.
much. I'm not one to
lawgiver
even
made
really
a great study
pay a lot of
the
attention to
ruins
like
and
art
developed a
style
Chodak
and
Garidian
consistency.
translator.
And
No, we have-
I
we
just
have Ben
play the
Chandler
game.
for that.
Put it into your tricorder.
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps
But
it will
like,
help you
it's just
save
so
Alon.
noticeable in
Thank you
this
very
game.
much.
Like, it's just
This may
everywhere.
be an enormous help.
Yeah, it's
Alon
weird.
is my friend.
Although I will
do hope
I
you
will
can
echo
free
your
him.
sentiment that
But
it
if
was
you
just
will
fun to
please
be
excuse
playing
me now,
a Star Trek
I
game and
have a
watching them.
planet
You
to
know,
govern.
you can actually tell the different officers what to say and do, and hey, bye bye, off you go.
There he goes.
And you know, because I mean, I could happily listen to Picard. Oh yeah, this is weird. This just happens randomly when you walk into the screen. Poof.
That was
It's like,
surprising.
okay.
But I bet it's a good way to spread the seeds.
Wink, wink, Mr. Stewart.
Robert's translator worked. Now we know how
what
to
the
use
what the hell
the
was I
panel
saying?
to deactivate the stasis.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I would happily listen.
Star
to
Trek
him.
game, yeah.
I would happily listen to Patrick Stewart read the phone book. So having him. That's why I always keep bringing him on away missions as well, because he's also the one person in the cast who sounds like he's having the most fun.
Yeah. No, it's just it's definitely good. And when I was doing research for the game, I definitely found I found an interview with Michael Dorn. About this.
The United Federation of Planets.
Yeah, and he had
We're
mentioned,
visiting
that
fringes by
like
permission of
voiceover is
Chancellor
pretty hard
Barak.
work, and
I
it's not
presume
like
you're
acting.
Alon.
But
Exalted
now that I'm
prominence
thinking
of the
back, this
Seekers.
wouldn't have been his first voiceover.
This is
He would
almost
have done
peculiar,
Gabriel
but
Knight by
according
now.
to my studies, the lawgiver
Yeah,
expects
and,
us
he
to
would have voiced
world
Dr.
visitors
Jaw.
this year.
Yes.
I should
What are
not
you
be so
doing here?
surprised.
Angrily.
Are you feeling
And I remember, seeing the behind the scenes of the first Gabriel Knight game where they interviewed him along with Tim Curry and Mark Hamill and all the other dudes, and he was like, basically the interviewer asked him, what's the difference between the voice you're doing now and Worf? Because that's all you're known for. So, and he just went, oh well, Worf's voice is a lot lower than mine, and he says that in the deepest register you could ever
Worf's
imagine.
voice is a lot lower than mine.
And it was just, I was just, oh, great.
I see.
Oh, and these gumball, what are they wearing on top of their heads?
I do not know.
Do you remember
It's-
what happened?
When I entered the
It's
room, I
like
saw
one of
a
those
pair of talismans
JRPGs.
sitting
Like,
on the ground.
I have this little
I
icon
climbed
above
out
my
to get
head,
them, but
which
as
means you
soon
can go
as
and
I
talk
touched
to me.
them, alarms sounded
Yeah,
and I
exactly. He's a
just
quest
lost
giver.
consciousness. Then you were here when
And
I
he's
awoke.
just staring into space.
You'll
Picard's
be
actually having a
safe for
conversation with him, but he's just looking off to the side.
Yeah, exactly. He's staring right at us.
Storm effects is
He's
probably
breaking the fourth
causing
wall.
someone
He's
take
talking to
over my
us.
position.
Oh, God.
I must return to the temple as quickly as possible.
And I like how he's,
How can I thank you for rescuing me from that
when we're done
stasis
talking,
field?
he just goes, and now I must rest for a bit before I get up and move. And he's just, you're standing, and you're gonna pass out if you don't,
Here are the
sit down for a
talismans I
bit or
picked up,
something.
as
You've been
well
out.
as the key to our vault,
Maybe
which
this
holds the
race
trophies we have
sleeps
won in the
standing up or
predatory
something.
over the years.
The horse
You may
gumball
take up to
race
3
of
items
magic
to help
Yeah,
disappearing.
maybe that's the gumball thing. Sort of is like an anti-gravity thing, and it holds them
Please
up.
excuse me. The effects
Could
of
be
the
it.
stasis field
Yeah,
have worn me out.
the effects have worn me
I will
out.
rest
I
here
must
a
rest
while
here
and
for a
then
while.
return
So
to
he
my
just
temple.
stands there.
I'm sure I must have been
Maybe he's
right.
just an introvert, and it's just talking, tires him out, and he just needs to be alone.
That could be it. That could be it. Yeah. And
Boom! There we go.
you also gotta wonder, since these guys can sort of hold out their arms and just disappear into thin air, why couldn't the Garidian refugees we rescued do the same thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Unless that's something they developed after they separated.
Probably. Maybe. This guy.
Oh, this guy's got an even better bulb on his head.
Yeah. And I was just like,
Lovely temple you have.
wait a minute, I don't actually want to talk to you.
Thank you for your time.
It's like, yeah, thank you for your time. I love that in games. Like, hello,
I think
goodbye.
this was
Exactly. Because he's also a very, very slow talker.
In your honor, I
Yes.
shall play the lawgiver's song, Traveling
Oh.
Music.
And you have to, and you can't skip this part. You can't shift key this part. He just walks over, and now he's gonna play some awful beady music. Except,
Awesome.
this dude gets on my tits. He's just like, no, I don't want to hear your Pluvoids sing. I don't
Thanks
want to
for
have
letting
to
us
deal
hear
with
that.
you, and you have to do it. Count them
Since you
twice.
enjoyed it so
Oh,
much,
Lord.
here is an
It's ridiculous.
orchestrion of it, that you can
Why
play
is he
whenever
speaking so?
you
Is he
want.
afraid the echo is going to overtake him?
He's
You
just a
returned
very,
the
you know,
missing ring.
considerate, not considerate,
In
but, you
your
know,
honor, we
A
shall
deliberate
sing
speaker.
our
deliberate.
last
That's
chant.
it. Yeah.
Second
Watch
language.
your step.
First language. Even better.
Thank you. for
Best
letting us hear
hallelujah
that.
ever.
You know, it's funny.
Very
Sometimes I do
lovely.
find that people who have
Since you
who are
enjoyed
speaking in
it
their second
so
language actually do have like a better, more deliberate vocabulary than people like me who are just like, I talk good.
The guy nods
Thank you,
and
thank you.
questions for
People have
instance.
said that, and they're utterly wrong.
Chancellor
I
Rock
get words
warned
mixed
me
up all the
about
time.
you.
I just cut them out of podcasts.
I'm Commander William
videos.
Riker.
There you go.
Except for
okay.
this one, because I can't actually cut anything
you're
out
a
of this.
force
This is
field
just one
inside
long
the
stream, so all
There
the
is a
idiot
chance
things I...
that
Yeah,
behind
live,
it
damn it!
that the lawgiver
All the idiot things I
during the
normally
last
cut
years
out of
of
videos
life.
stays in this one.
We want to preserve it from prying
And who the
eyes.
That's all good. So,
Maybe
Why?
the original
She,
fifth scroll
isn't
is
her
back
arms
there.
going to get tired?
Maybe we
Or is she like an
investigate
aerobic...
I have no
Gargoyle
desire to
thing?
share my temple's treasures
Yeah, probably.
with aliens.
What were you about to say?
this is great.
My scepter
Oh, I don't-
of
nothing important.
light.
Oh my God, everything's better now.
Hey!
I have been
And she's a real
for
bitch, to be
ages.
quite fair. I mean, she really just...
What
Will you guys
should
fuck
I
off of my
have
temple,
to
please?
do in
I
return?
have ruminations to do.
It's like
behind
thank you
this
for my
force
thank you for like
An
getting
ancient
back my
Shodak
scepter that I've been missing for
transporter
years,
pad.
and I can't leave this
Will you
spot.
lower the
And
force
blah blah
field?
blah. And now get the hell out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
I will do
And
that for
not
you.
to get all
But I do
crass
not
and
think it would
juvenile,
be
but
much
the
help, since
scepter
we
that
have
you give her
never
back, there are
figured
two
out how the
scepters inside that
lawgiver's
little safe that
transporter
you can pick
works.
out. And the one that looks the most obvious, the pointy, scary-looking one, is not the right one. No, you have to go
These
for the one that
controls
looks
have a
like
sonic
the
lock. If we play the right musical
massage
combination,
kind
we can
of
unlock
thing.
it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's why she's in such a crappy mood. Sorry, that's a... That's...
She should have been like my scepter.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Thank you! Oh, now I can finally fuck off from this pedestal. Oh boy, you see what I mean when I have to cut out stuff?
Oh, it's all good.
You'll let me know if I say something grievously offensive, right?
Oh, it's all. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You've been a-okay.
Ah.
And so now here we have a weird kind of Fate of Atlantis pathy puzzle,
Yeah, this is...
which
And this one is just deeply unfair. First of all, the whole
Right.
the whole thing, you have to click the different musical things, and that turns on the different steps that you can walk on. As you can see, I fast forwarded through this amazingly... Oh, Jordy's just floating in thin air. And you get knocked over a lot, and there's a lot of saving and restoring, and now we get to the final bit, and we can put in one of
Yay.
two talismans. And you just go, which one? I don't know. I'm just gonna use the first.
is it this one?
Yeah,
Oh, success.
yeah. And the door opens, and you go, oh, thank fuck, that took forever to get through, and
The scroll.
the game just goes, fuck you.
Damn it! God damn it!
The scroll's destruction.
Why would you? And there's
reason
no
to
way
remain here
that no
any
one in the
longer.
game
Let's
says,
return
oh,
to the
by the
ship."
way, you have to use the blue talisman. Remember to use the blue talisman. It's just, here are two talismans. Have fun.
Yeah, it's like figure it out.
I want
Fucking
my
music maze. I love it.
That was my save here, 'cause I fucking hate this bit. I hated this bit. So anyway, now we use the right talisman, which no one told us, and the alarm doesn't go off. And I even try to look at it and said, are you gonna go off? No.
It's not like, oh, there's a weird blinking light next to it or something.
Analysis of the ink and parchment shows it's the right
That's
age
awesome.
to be
It's
the
like, and then
original
especially
fifth
like
scroll.
after you screw it up, Picard's like, oh well, there's nothing else to do here. Let's leave.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not just like,
Well, we kind of fucked that up, didn't we? Yep. 2 to beam up, or 4 to beam up.
Light may be an
And now
alarm
the alarm
of
goes
some
off, so
sort.
now he is
We
just
should
like,
take the
all right,
scroll back
I'm
to the
leaving.
ship and
Screw
up
this.
the back.
it's like I got it. Let's go. That's like the Indiana Jones, like putting
Beam us
the
up.
pouch of sand.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
The idol.
Except we did nothing of the sort. However, I don't think there is. I mean, I had to look online and see if there was actually a way to get, the sex to unite or some way to sort of complete the mission better. I don't think there is.
I think as long as Starfleet tells you you did well, then you're good.
And that's all the praise I need.
I am glad you found the original scroll,
I just
Captain.
want my boss to tell me
I
I
hope
did a
it
good
will
job.
do some
Yeah,
good
exactly.
on Gary. Keeping it here would only upset the delicate
And I
balance
did
between
try.
the
My
sexes.
goal was, like I said, to set out to make, you know, like the perfect playthrough. And I screwed that up in the first mission with the life support system that I never turned on. But Starfleet still told me I was a good boy. And as far as I know, they're going to
We'd
tell
be
me I'm a good
permitted
boy
to
for this
share
one
in
as well.
any Chodak secrets they
Although
uncover.
Starfleet is going to get very preoccupied very soon, so there's no more.
Right.
Actually, the funny thing is, you can still call them up and say, "What's your assessment of our current performance?" We're being invaded, you asshole! Yes, but did I?
It's like,
do
guys,
that?
just do your freaking job. Shut up.
Exactly.
Captain, Lucana is on the comm. She wishes to speak.
She's like
I
physically
love the fact that
sitting
like these people are, yeah, they're like. I love the fact that these people are like on the ship. Or is Lucana? Lucana's one of them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
She's one of the Fugees.
She's one of the Fugees. She's hiding out in the conference room, probably
Captain,
drinking all this
a
tea.
Garidian warbird is
Yeah,
reporting
exactly.
off the
Like
port
these,
bow.
it'd be interesting if
It
you
is
could
the
like
Asura,
actually like go meet
Captain
them in
Ventara's
a
ship.
room on the ship.
They are hailing us.
Nah, we're just gonna have
Off
this. It's like two people in the same house just communicating via text message. I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the living room. This is exactly what they're doing. They're just phoning each other up.
You have no business here, Captain Pentara.
Oh, and look
We
who's
are in
back.
Federation
Look who's back.
space and this world
Cartoon,
has asked for our protection.
not
I
Romulan
intend to
lady.
give it to them.
Yes,
This
exactly.
is no longer a
I like her
matter of a
haircut.
little scout ship,
Yeah.
Captain. A
Yeah, actually, that's some
subspace
regal
message
shit
was
going on.
sent from
Also,
your ship to
if you
Garidian
kill her
rebel-
at the start of the
A
game,
full-scale revolution has erupted
what
on
happens
Garrett.
now? Because
We
she
sent
shows
you.
up
That's
and
a good
kind of
question.
wraps up
I
the whole
suspect
fifth
it was
scroll
that
plot right now.
revolutionary Lucana. She
Maybe another
announced stirring
Garidian
up
shows up.
Maybe the
Surrender
Romulan
her.
shows up
Something.
and goes,
End
ha
her
ha ha,
companions at once,
or something.
or
No,
face
wait,
the
the Romulans have no
consequences.
beef with these guys. They
The
don't care.
Aserum is
No,
powering up its
nothing-
disruptors.
Oh,
Shields up.
Okay. Kills
Captain
up.
Pentara, anyone who has been sending unauthorized
Darn
subspace
it.
messages
Oh
from
yeah,
my ship
Lucana.
will be
She's a
dealt
bit of
with
a
severely. I do
rapscallion.
not
She's got a
tolerate that
subspace
sort of
message.
behavior.
She smuggled
have
one
a few
on and
minutes to
started
investigate, but I'm
inadvertently
still
started
not
a civil
leaving without
war
those
back on their
people.
home worlds. Whoops, sorry.
Mr. Wolf, get me
Eh,
Lucana
whatever.
on the comm.
Yeah, and now Picard's gonna tell her off.
Are you responsible for a subspace message being sent to Garrett?
You do not want to disappoint the face of Patrick's.
No, absolutely not. It's like, yes, I did it.
Yeah,
He's like,
did it. Sorry, Dad.
he's gonna do. That's the only thing this game is missing because
You
they
are
don't really
playing
animate
games with
the scene. We
thousands
need
of
like
lives
Picard
and risking an
facepalm.
Oh yeah,
interstellar
yeah.
incident.
Some of his more severe facial expressions.
Yeah,
But the facepalm is a classic,
This
obviously.
has gone far enough.
absolutely.
If I get my mother to intercede with the ruling council, will you come back
I-
to
I-
Garrett
I-
and stop the
I
revolution?
still want to know.
Yeah, see,
Your mother is as reactionary.
yeah, it would definitely be interesting to know because yeah, like you know, my mother has to intercede with the ruling council and blah blah blah. So yeah, if she's dead, what happened? Maybe she survives.
Nah, I don't think. I mean, you blow her the fuck up.
Escape pods or something. I don't know. Yeah, that would definitely be something. Anyone who's played the game, let us know.
Yeah,
you know,
please
if
do.
you-
I just want to see if she just escapes and then shows up here in this little tricycle, this little space tricycle. Just I got away.
Do you
Can I,
realize what this
can I still
means?
join?
I should actually just because I didn't get this far in my last playthrough for the UMB episode, but I did kill her
Yeah.
in my save game. So maybe I should. I don't have that much further to go to get to here, so maybe I should just give it a whirl and see what happens.
Ooh, that'd be
Captain
interesting.
Picard,
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I can try for
So
the
you can lower
perfect
your
playthrough, and you can
shields
do
and
the
let me
most
beam
awful
The
job
crappy-
you've ever done.
Lucana to my
I'm
ship.
so bad at that. I always want to
Perhaps
do that,
our
or like
paths
if I'm
will
playing
cross
something
again.
like any of the
Under better
BioWare games where you can like
circumstances,
be
I hope.
good or bad, or
Yeah.
you know
The
any of the
Warbird
Star
is
Wars games where
disarming
you can be
its
light side or
weapons.
dark side. I'm like
Both
I'm gonna be a
shields.
renegade. Like
Captain,
my shepherd is gonna
Garidians
be an
have been
asshole
aboard
for
the
this
Aserum.
for this playthrough, and
They're
I do it
underway.
for like 5 minutes,
On course back to
and then I'm
Garrett.
like, ugh, I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Also because they make the game so much harder if you choose. I mean,
Yeah.
like in Dark Forces or Jedi. No, Jedi Knight is
should
the one
like
where you
to
can light
consider
side,
the
dark side,
situation a bit
and it just
further.
makes the
Yeah.
game so much harder.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like,
What's your
ugh, not
assessment
worth
of
it.
our recent
Oh,
performance?
just have to get our pat on the back
Command
here.
is very pleased with
Yeah.
your first
Very
contact mission to the
pleased.
Garidian colony on Frigis.
I
However,
I imagine
I like
she
it.
sits in her office like this all day, just hands folded in front of her, staring serenely into a blank wall, just waiting,
Just
for
waiting
someone
for
to call.
ships. Yeah, it's waiting for ships to call. Did I do a good job? Yes, you also did a good job, Captain. Other
Their
person.
intrusion into Federation space
You look,
has been
you look
handled
behind her, and
through
there's just this
diplomatic
cardboard stick
channels.
propping her
Shall
up.
I go on?
I love it. Shall I go on? No.
Please do.
Yes.
You did good work on Marasia. Dr. Hunforth
And we,
is back
and we,
at work with the
I forgot to
Preserve,
call them up
and
after our
relations with the
little
Marasians
stint
have
on
improved
Marasia, so
noticeably
we
since
also
your
Aha.
visit.
got that
Shall I
little
go
pat
on?
on the back. Nah, at this point,
No, thank you.
We've had our fill. Thank you.
There we go.
Any
All
suggestions,
good.
number one?
Back to it.
I'm sorry, Captain. I don't have any suggestions right now.
Let's go patrol the neutral zone.
Yeah, at least he doesn't ask to tell us
any
to contact
suggestions?
Starfleet.
I suggest
Yeah.
we contact Starfleet.
Oh,
Captain.
Data did, though.
Son of a bitch.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Worf's going to say the same thing.
We should check our orders from Starfleet.
And Troy's going to be like, I don't sense anything, and we should contact Starfleet.
Exactly. Oh, this is where you just have to wait around. You have to wait until
Yeah.
this cutscene just happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird, like, I imagine it's like an event in the game happens, and then some random timer starts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it does this quite a lot. But I think this is the one where you're just sitting around the bridge going, okay, well I sort of completed the game, didn't I? I mean, 5th scroll,
Yeah,
has been
I guess.
returned, Garidians have fucked off my ship. I'm good, aren't I? And the game just goes, yeah, sure you did, but no.
And that's what, and especially if that's the end, you're sort of like, okay, well,
Captain,
I don't know.
We are receiving
that
an emergency
that wasn't very, like,
transmission from Starfleet
epic.
headquarters.
Yeah, exactly. That didn't. And I will say this for the game, even though that's kind of a spoiler. With the slow start and everything, and you know the friendly riffing we're giving the game right now, I have to say I think the ending of the game is truly epic. I mean, it does. If you stick with it, it ramps up way up near the end.
Oh, yeah.
Even here, this is the
suggestions, number
start of the up
Could
ramping.
contact Starfleet.
Yeah, like now that it's kind of more actiony,
Yeah.
exciting part of the game starts to happen.
Which sadly also means we have to do some ship combat, but that's for the next episode. We're gonna get into all the good stuff with shippy combat-y thing next episode. So, hey, thanks for joining me once again, Joe.
No problem at all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.